Hello, everybody. Welcome to All of Journey. We come back.
We come back after a necessary rest.
Very necessary break.
Yeah,
It
which
felt
is
good.
What
What we talking about today?
we're talking about today.
Sort
Did I jump
of,
the gun?
though. Sort of, though.
You still have to read a review.
I
and
need
stuff.
to read a review.
All right.
Guys, by the way, the reason why we're not taking questions is because the email address is on my old laptop.
Mm-hmm.
And my old laptop was giving me issues. And now when I finally, it now works.
Basically, Mpumi lost the password on the email.
Lost the password of the email. So I don't know how to get it back.
Yep.
Brendan's not willing to help. So
No, because she does this all the time. At some
the
point,
IT team,
at some point, you need to learn.
the IT department is not willing to help. So there's nothing I
IT
can
department, come on.
Today's podcast is in partnership with MedShield Medical Scheme. People who prioritize you and your family's healthcare needs first. There's 8 affordable cover options with a wide range of benefits and rewards. The most important being your health. Get covered and live assured with MedShield Medical Scheme. Okay, we've got a pretty long review today, and it's from Matandoza. It says, "Thank you guys for the work you're doing. Your conversations are healing parts of me I didn't realize needed healing. My mom asked for forgiveness just the other day, and it moved me so much, and I was so proud of her. The fact that she saw the need and the fact that she's also healing parts of her that need healing. I know it's hard to ask for forgiveness as an adult, especially when you've been groomed that way. I totally relate to what Brendan said about looking back at photos. I always say, why didn't people tell me I was this banging? Hey, because honestly, I didn't know, nor did I see it. I hope one day I get to a point where I see the truth when I look in the mirror. I deserve to heal. Thanks for reminding me as I put in the work."
Thank you for the review. It was really, really great. I think we need to be a lot more kinder to ourselves.
Yeah,
Look at ourselves through a better lens and perspective.
absolutely.
And when you find yourself being negative or negative about yourself, you need to say, "Yay!"
We need to
You
learn
need to
to
stop
correct
yourself.
ourselves,
You can't
It's
make
very
that a
hard,
habit.
though. Very hard.
It's like it's actually you realize that it's actually a part of life. Like
Yeah.
as soon as something positive happens, I promise you, give it like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Already someone will have found the negative in it.
Negative in it,
Yeah.
yeah. And sometimes it's ourselves.
Sometimes it's us.
So today's episode, I didn't do any planning. We just thought, let's just sit down,
We are winging
catch
it
up.
because
We're winging
we are
it.
professionals now.
No, we're just having a conversation, talking about our holiday. I think we had a
Yeah.
beautiful vacation in Cape Town. People were expecting vlogs, but
No
y'all should
vlog.
know by now. When I go on vacation, I mean vacation. And if you do get a vlog, it's because Brendan was like, hey, I'm on a vlog. But if I'm going on vacation, I'm
zone out, go off the
done.
grid.
I'm done.
Yeah, I'm starting to be like that. I generally don't take pictures anyway. Like I rarely take pictures if you
Yeah.
think about it.
Yeah.
Like I have to gas myself up and be like, "Hey, Pella, you've got 285,000 Insta followers. You
Let's
need
take
to-
pictures."
Need to give people what they want."
Yeah.
But generally, I like to be involved, especially if we're doing stuff. If we are somewhere, if we're at a place, I don't want to be trying to capture
Snapping
the
away
moment.
the whole time, yeah.
Because like one of the worst, and I saw this one time. There's a guy that I follow, and he met one of my idols, Steph
Okay.
Curry,
Yeah.
and he met Steph Curry, and the picture of him meeting Steph Curry is him on his phone taking a picture of the
Oh,
moment.
man.
And I realized, man, how many times do you find yourself in a moment
Trying to get the moment.
trying to capture the moment? And
Yeah.
it's like, if we actually just lived in the moment, some of my best stories, I don't have pictures
I
of.
think so too. I think some of my best moments, some of my favorite things, in fact, maybe don't even make it into pictures.
We never do. And
Yeah.
I always think after but sometimes, I think
It's
it's a missed
necessary.
opportunity.
Yes,
Because I always think
obviously.
sometimes, man, what a great day. But we never took a picture.
Yeah, so it's nice to collect those memories, but I think balance is also
Balance is
really
key.
needed. So how was a couple's trip for you? What
couple's
what
trip
did
was
it do
incredible.
for you, for us?
Guys, if you are in a marriage, I don't know about dating. I don't know if it's safe. But if you are
No,
in
it's not safe.
if you are in a marriage, you guys gotta go on vacations. You gotta go on vacations, just
Yeah.
the two of you. It's great. It reminds you guys of who you are.
Yeah.
Like I think that's what it did for us. Like it felt like we were dating again.
Absolutely.
It felt like I was getting to know you, and not getting to know you like I don't know you, but I was in a place where I felt like I could receive your information.
I like that.
And I think sometimes when you live in a familiar environment, very often you can forget to receive your partner's truth
To see them.
and to see them.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I felt like I could see you.
Yeah.
And that's such a crazy thing because I mean I see you every day.
Yeah,
But I saw you differently, and I think it's because there was no expectation, there was no responsibility, and we were kind of just the two of us. And I think also we our attitudes
yes.
were
We're
right.
right, yeah.
We were open to kind of having a great time. Vele sitshele ukuthi, yo, this weekend.
Siyoba nje, we're going
Siyoba
within.
lit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think for me, it's kind of what you said as well, but it's about seeing each other and also effort. I think there was a lot of effort on both ends to make, like you said, that the attitude was, this is what we do,
gonna have
and in
fun.
all aspects.
Guys, Bumi can't wink. So firstly, I don't even know why you attempted.
In all aspects, there was just a lot of effort, and you know, when you're back home,
Your nails are so nice.
thank you.
You just did these today.
It's a Nino nails,
Guys, I
It's
need no
just,
slaps.
like hard.
Mine too.
Babe,
I did my nails also.
Don't disturb me,
But I'm not
please.
allowed to tell you guys where I did them.
Yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, like at home, and we see it even when we try have date nights at home.
Oh,
It
messy.
just doesn't work because when you're at home, firstly, the environment is just too relaxed or too safe,
Familiar.
or everyone is almost in their roles, right? I'm in my mother role, wifing role, making sure that the house is in order, and there's almost very little room for being exciting and spontaneous and focusing just on you. So when we went on a vacation, like even when I was getting my outfits ready, buying outfits, I was thinking, okay, will Brendan like this? How easily does it come off?
These are
These are important things.
These are some important
How
stuff.
easily does it come
Ladies
off?
and gentlemen.
Yeah, and I mean, remember at the wine farm?
Ooh, guys. Something
and-
about wine farms, guys.
Yeah, guys,
I think it's the
good.
temperature. I think it's 27
Yeah.
degrees. Something happens at 27 degrees.
And you know what was fun? We were like little naughty teenagers. We were actually being naughty. And I think that's what's fun about going with friends, is that we were just naughty. So there was an element of trying to, hey, behave. We're not just alone, but an element of let's go wild, let's go crazy.
Yeah, it was amazing.
So I think our marriage really, really needed that. Especially because we work together.
Yeah,
So
we're always doing these videos.
So we're always seeing each other through the eyes of business partners or at work or mother and daddy, and our time to see each other as my lover, my husband is the windows just get smaller and smaller.
Yeah. No, definitely. Like you summed it up so well. That was the vacation.
Yeah.
It was just, it's also not stacking up too many things to do.
That's a
I
good
think
point.
we were helped that some of the things that we wanted to do we couldn't do
Yeah, it got
because it was
cancelled.
fully booked or
Yeah.
whatever. And I think the weather in Cape Town also allows for people to spend quite some time in the house
Indoors.
because it can just start raining.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, man, I think it's important. I think like you said, it gave us energy to continue doing these videos.
Yes.
To see whatever we learn out of that trip, we can then come and contribute back to you guys. And that's important. If you're always pouring of yourself,
Yeah.
you need to fill your cup.
I liked what Trevor said.
Trevor who?
Trevor Noah, when he spoke about leisure, and it almost reminded me
Did you watch
that
the...
I didn't watch the full thing, but I
just
watched
watched
the
the
clip, and he talks about that we work this hard, we do all the things we do, obviously in context, purpose, and all of that in context, so that we can have leisure, so that we can
Yes,
have a
it's
beautiful life.
important.
But now we switch things around, and now we just work. We're all just trying to prove how much we're working. But I genuinely think this year, after being so ill and having like burnout, I realized that, man, actually, I like leisure. Like we need to prioritize ourselves. We need to prioritize the fun in what we're doing.
Any little money.
Any little money in our enjoyment.
Yeah. No, it's true. And in that interview, he continues to talk about, that's actually a really great interview. You guys should check it out. I forgot what it's called. So he talks about how it's this quest for, I want to make enough, right? I want to be safe, to make enough money, but no one knows how much enough is.
There's not enough. It's
So
never
there's-
going to be enough.
Yeah, exactly. So it's important, like, to spoil yourself.
Yeah.
And not live in this place where you always like planning for a rainy day.
Yeah, and you just never get to enjoy
So now
things you're working
summer
for.
is passing you by because
Yeah.
you're waiting for a rainy day.
Yeah.
You can't even enjoy summer.
Yeah.
And it's so important to live in a space where you really recognizing the moments
Mm-hmm.
that you're living in and you're celebrating. And Brene Brown talks about this, guys. Brene Brown.
Brendan, listen to Brene Brown.
But she talks about this and she says sometimes we self-sabotage our own happiness.
Yeah.
Because we are worried about what
Could happen.
What could happen.
Yeah.
And I think it's connected to that.
I was reading I'm studying the book of Luke right now, and it got to the chapter where there's Martha and Mary, right? And Jesus goes to visit them, and Martha is just so being busy trying to prepare for Jesus, and Mary is sitting at the feet of Jesus, and Martha goes to Jesus and says, "But Jesus, Martha is not helping. Mary is not helping. Can you talk to her?" And Jesus basically says, well, Mary is doing the most important thing right now. And in my Bible, the Life Application by Joyce Meyer, she further elaborates that life will always go on. There will always be things to do. So even with Martha, it's not like she just decided, hey, let me find something to do. It's just the everyday things, just like us. There's always stuff going on. But Mary decided, you know what? This is going to be here tomorrow, but Jesus is not always going to be sitting in my house. So let me sit down and soak it all up in. And I just think it also speaks to our lives that there's always going to be work. There's always going to be kids. There's always going to be deadlines. There's always going to be things, but we have to make the decision and say, you know what? I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm going to spend time with my family. I'm going to spend time with Christ. I'm going to take time off for myself, because nobody's going to say, hey, would you like a break? No one's going to come do that for you.
You have to sit and decide and say, this is enough for me.
Yeah.
This is enough for me. Mina sing sharp.
Yeah.
And that's a tough thing to do, especially if you're winning. If you're winning, you want to keep going.
Yeah.
But no one wins forever.
Yeah.
And nothing lasts forever.
Yeah.
So I would rather say, again, like, just, when you're up, it's better to stop while you're up.
Stop while you're up before your
Before
doctor tells you to
before
stop.
Your doctor is the one, like, look, now I don't have a voice because of my enjoyment.
Yeah.
And now I have gigs now.
That you can't do.
Those deposits I have.
You're going to have to just take it out. But just to connect what Trevor said and the Will documentary, we watched Will Smith's documentary, which was a game changer.
So
I think we'll dig into it into another episode. But just to connect his spectrum of things and what Trevor Noah said, and just a combination. What's your take on life, health, marriage as a whole, and considering your experiences this year as well?
I think it's balance. I think the goal should be balance. I think if you sway too much to the right or to the left, I think you inevitably hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Either emotionally, but you exhaust yourself.
Yeah.
So I think the goal is to say, man, how can I have a balanced life all across the board? I want to be, it's like, Will Smith talks about how when he was in shape, one time he didn't even have Christmas dinner or lunch, because he was so focused on making sure his physique
Imagine
was
that level
right
of discipline
for the next year.
Damn.
And like, that's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
guys, Nyafuni six pack, Mara not like that.
Yeah.
And so that for me, it shows that sometimes just because you're dedicated or determined doesn't mean that determination is healthy.
That's
Sometimes your discipline is unhealthy.
to your own detriment.
It's to your own detriment because it doesn't make room for other things, for enjoyment, for other things that are important that help you grow.
Yeah.
So for me, the goal now is, man, I need to have a balanced life.
Yeah.
So I need to be able to say, yes, this is enough.
Yeah.
This is enough. I need to know what's enough.
Yeah.
Because for as long as you don't know what enough is for you,
Yeah.
you'll never
For
know when
you.
to stop.
I love that you emphasize for you.
Yeah, you'll never know when to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And you?
agree 100% with you, like the balance thing. But one thing that stood out for me from Will's book is the analogy of the one brick at a time.
Yes.
And
So
I think I've spoken about this many times on my channel, but life, his dad said to him, stop focusing on the damn wall. And to me was it basically saying, stop focusing on the thriving business. Stop focusing on the perfect body. Stop focusing on this amount. Stop focusing on that. Basically, stop focusing on this big goal and focus on the brick,
little
the
steps.
moment. the moment, right? And so and that I what do I say? What's the word? I broke it down into many aspects of my life, into my health, to stop focusing on the end goal. But what am I doing today in this
What are you doing
moment?
right now?
In parenting, stop focusing on how will Nuri and Zani turn out when they're 18 or 21. It's what have I deposited today?
Right
My
now.
marriage, are we going to make it in 20 years' time? Focus
Are we
on
making it
are we
now?
making it now?
Making it today.
Financially, will I be fine 10 years' time? Am I saving now, investing now, making good financial decisions? So that one brick at a time analogy, man, it's just spoken to me on like many, many levels. And I literally think about it every single day and every single time is okay. And I think naturally for me, because I think I'm an A-type personality, which means I'm a planner. I kind of know when the next 10 years should look like or the next 5 years or whatever. And that's really looking at the wall, which I think there's, like you said, balance. There's a good part of that, but it cannot be it can't be the way to live because you sacrifice enjoyment. So for you, it's balance.
So now enjoyment
It's a
is a
thing
thing
now.
now. It's a verb.
So I think it's a combination though of that balance thing and also of one brick at a time.
Yeah.
Lay the brick properly.
I think
be
you,
in the
you
moment.
basically you break down the thing to its very
to the core,
to the core of it,
to the
and
foundation,
to the
yeah.
foundation, and to the part that you can play right now.
Yeah,
And that's important because, like you said, if you look at something in a broader scheme,
it's just overwhelming.
it's overwhelming
Yeah.
to like for instance, if they told us this was going to be our life now, if I
Yeah,
was
I just
16 years
like-
old and they're like, yeah, when you 27, this is going to be your life, it was going to be overwhelming.
Yeah, it's too much.
It's like, oh, how am I doing all that
Even
stuff?
2 years ago, it
Even
was
2 years ago, even a year ago, to
Yeah.
be honest.
Yeah.
But like, if you take it one step at a time, if you build this, then you build this, then this grows into this, and then this becomes this, then it's like, okay, it makes sense because you're taking it one step at a time. You're not bombarding yourself with the idea of something huge.
I want to end with a line from Will Smith's book. For the first time, Brendan is like 2 chapters ahead of me in a book.
Not 2 chapters.
You are. What chapter are you on?
Chapter 6. You?
Oh, I've caught up. I'm on chapter 5.
That's not catching up.
I'm almost caught up. I'm almost at the end of chapter 5. So you were, your gloat is
'Cause
done.
I waited for you.
Your gloat is done. Brendan has been gloating.
I'm
like,
a
yeah,
fast reader, guys.
I'm 2 chapters ahead of you the whole time. Well, I've caught up now. Anyway, it's a brilliant book, guys. You should get it. But this is what I wanted
There's a B in this.
to read is Will Smith says, I knew I was good, but I also knew that I had to work. And this is with regards to his rapping career, but I think we can take it in all aspects. Like, I know we love each other. I know our relationship is great, but I also know that we have to work at it.
If we don't work
If we don't work at it, it doesn't go anywhere. And that includes going on vacations, having couple friends who have the similar goals that we can talk to, talking things out, just really working our marriage.
Yeah, I think it's arrogance
To not,
to not work at something.
yeah, that's
It's-
good.
It's a level of arrogance, and
Yeah.
it's that thing it can never happen to you.
Yeah,
I don't live in that world. I never live in a world where something can never happen to me.
Sure.
That's where empathy operates. When you realize that things can happen to anyone, you're grateful.
yeah,
You're
Grateful.
grateful first of all,
yeah.
and then you work.
You work.
You work. You
Gratitude
do
and
what you
work.
have to do. You
Yeah.
do what you have to do to protect whatever it is you're trying to protect. And you, yeah. And I just think that posture, you know,
that posture.
that posture, it's like you appreciate something, so you continue to work because you don't want to lose it.
I actually added to that because it was a tweet, and I said, working your gift is a form of gratitude.
It
Basically,
is. It really is.
working your marriage, working on your parents, whatever it is, working it is a way of saying, God,
I
thank
appreciate
you. I
this.
appreciate it. Let me multiply it. Let me make it. Let me work it. Let me make it better so
Mm.
that I can serve you and serve your people.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that was us just chatting around. We touched on a lot of things, but we hope you can take something. I hope there was something for everyone, whether you're single, married, or courting, or
Yeah, guys, in case you guys are wondering why I'm always wearing a white t-shirt, I have a lot. It's not
Oh
the
yeah,
same one.
your whole wardrobe is black and white.
Yes,
Yeah. Oh, his t-shirts
monochromes.
are black and white.
Grey
I'm
on
wearing
a-
these shorts that Brendan bought me for my birthday,
They're
but
so
the fit
cute.
is different.
It's so cute.
Yeah, the fit is different.
Yeah. All right, cheers, guys. Ciao.
This is our love story. This is our journey.